أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Every Wednesday after Salat al-Maghrib we talk about Sirah al-Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam, to learn from his life and to follow his footsteps and to see how he sallallahu alayhi wasallam built this strong community and this construction of Islam. And we need that especially nowadays, because the Prophet ﷺ, he said, بدأ الإسلام غريبا وسيعود غريبا فطوبى للغرباء. Islam started strange, with little people, few number of people accepted Islam as their religion. And it will come at the end of times, at the end of the world, strange as well. And Prophet ﷺ praised those strangers. والإمام مالك رحمه الله تعالى يقول لن يصلح آخر هذه الأمة إلا بما صلح به أولها. The end of this ummah cannot succeed unless they do what the first of this ummah did, unless they do what the beginning or what the first of this ummah used to do. He means Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, he means Sahabat al-Nabi Ridwanullahi alayhim, he means the successors who came after the generation of Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim. We succeed, we become strong, we become faithful, we become steadfast. We return to Allah if we follow the same methodology. It becomes so easy. And forget about, those people who say, it doesn't work nowadays. Teachings of Quran, teachings of Sunnah, those people, they lived in a world and in a time, and now it's a different world, it's a different time. Forget about all of these invitations or, callings, or those people who are calling for that thing. It is the teachings of the Quran, it is the teachings of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, it is his life ﷺ, what will bring us the happiness, inshaAllah ta'ala. Because Allah, He chose that religion, He chose religion of Islam, and He perfected it, and He is pleased with it to be our religion till the day of judgment. And He gave us from the rules and laws and traditions and everything what is suitable for us, what will work with us as Muslims, as human beings. We were talking about the public phase of da'wah, when Prophet ﷺ jahar bid-da'wah ﷺ and talked to his people, calling them to believe in Allah Azza wa Jal alone and do not associate any partners with Him. And from here, from this point, the war between him and the people of Quraysh, the non-believers, started. And it was very hard. And our lesson today is based on this point. The question of, did Prophet ﷺ find difficulties in his da'wah, specifically when he called people in public after the secret phase of da'wah? Did he suffer alayhi salatu wasalam, or it was something easy? Was it harsh? Or Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam was resting and it was very comfortable, and he was laughing, wasting time, hanging out because it was something normal? Was it that case? Or it was hard, and it was harsh for people and the believers who believed in Prophet ﷺ and followed them? We see that when Prophet ﷺ called people in public, look at the reaction of people, just to learn something very important, that it is really important to understand that the more you are on the way of Allah, the more you're in the masjid, the more you return to Allah, the more you find things, becomes difficult in life, because it's a big test. And shaitan is fighting with you. He's not going to leave you alone. You started to come to the masjid. No, I don't want you to come to the masjid. You started to be good with your parents. I don't want you to do something like this. You started to read the Quran and this and that. I want you to stop all of this. It's a war between the enemy of Allah and enemy of human beings, who is shaitan, and the believers. We have to understand this very carefully. So In the hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud رضي الله عنه يقول: بينما رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قائم يصلي عند الكعبة. While the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, he was praying in front of الكعبة. وجمع قريش في مجالسهم. People of Quraysh, al-Mala', the heads, the leaders of Quraysh, they're looking at the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, and they do not accept this. You know, they want to take revenge from the Prophet in a way or another. We want to get rid of him. So they disliked what Prophet ﷺ was doing. So they said, قال قائل منهم ألا تنظرون إلى هذا المرائي. So first of all, اتهموه بالرياء. They accused him that he's showing off. Okay? He's coming to pray in front of Al-Kaaba just to show that he's Muslim. And he's showing off with this, which is something of riya. So if it's riya, you did not believe. But it's just a word. And they know Prophet ﷺ very well. They want to say anything hurting the Prophet ﷺ. And then they started to suggest something they do so that they hurt the Prophet. So they said, أيكم يقوم إلى جزور آل فلان فيعمد إلى فرثها ودمها وسلاها فيجيء به ثم يمهله حتى إذا سجد وضعه بين كتفيه فانبعث أشقاهم ففعل ذلك. So they said, who can go to the camel which is slaughtered of so-and-so family and bring its dung, its blood, its placenta, and bring all of this and put it on the Prophet when he's making his sujood between his shoulders? Who can make that? فَقَامَ أَشْقَاهُمْ, the most unfortunate, wicked one of them, who's Uqba ibn Abi Mu'ayt. He stood and brought all of these stuff, the dung, the blood, the placenta, all of these trash of the animal, brought it. And when Prophet ﷺ did sujood, he put it on the back of the Prophet between his shoulders. Imagine this, if you smell something like an egg, which is stayed for, a little while and it is corrupt, you can't smell it anymore. Anything that is corrupt from the food, the drink, you don't smell it, you threw it. You can't bear its smell. Imagine the Prophet ﷺ, they bought these stuff from the stomach of the camel, with all the trashes of the camel after it is slaughtered, and they put it in the shoulder of the Prophet ﷺ while he's making the sujood. Someone like this, if he is a new Muslim and he just said the shahada and left the masjid, found someone is doing something like this with him from the non-believers, why should be a Muslim? Why should be that one and receive all of these matters? Why would struggle and suffer? I'm going to leave that religion. It's not going to work with me. This is not the Prophet ﷺ. From the first day, Waraqa ibn Nawfal said to him, لَيْتَنِي مَعَكَ إِذْ يُخْرِجُكَ قَوْمُكَ فقال له أو مخرجيهم قال نعم لم يأتي أحد من مثل ما جئت به إلا أوذي. Everyone came with what you came with will be hurt, and he will suffer, and he will struggle. So the life of the good Muslim, the righteous one, the mindful one, is not going to be easy, Habibi. When you leave the masjid, know that for sure, and it's a big test. And Allah is testing you. Could be a neighbor, could be a friend, could be this and that. But at the end, you just believe that that's a test. And I have to skip that. And I have to go on and on. I have to be patient till I accomplish my mission as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me to do it. So Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam, he had this thing on his shoulder. وَثَبَتَ النَّبِيُّ عَلَيْهِ الصَّلَاةُ وَالسَّلَامُ سَاجِدًا. He remained in his sujood, in prostration, making the sujood for a long time, and it is on his shoulders, on his back. وَهُمْ يَضْحَكُونَ فَضَحِكُوا حَتَّى مَالَ بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ مِّنَ الضَّحِكِ. When person is so happy, they jump, they turn, they're so happy, and they laugh on the Prophet. Look at him, look what happened to him. See what happened to him. And they do that. They laugh on the Prophet while he's making the sujood and having this. And Habibi, I just want you to imagine that Allah is watching all of this. Allah is watching His Prophet the most beloved one to him, Azza wa Jal, he's watching him receiving this pain. Just to let you know, it's the matter of time. And you have to be patient. And they suffered, you will suffer. Every rightful or righteous believer will suffer. And Allah is watching. He didn't leave you alone. But He's extracting the best from you, from your heart, from your deeds. To show the best from your deeds, from your actions and your dua. You come closer to Allah Azza wa Jal, and you increase in the faith, you increase in the supplication. You become more stronger. And this does not weaken you in a way or another. So جاءت فاطمة رضي الله عنها انطلق منطلق إلى فاطمة. Someone went to Fatima. She was little girl. And he went to her and he told her about what happened to her father, Prophet Muhammad عليه الصلاة والسلام. فأقبلت تسعى وثبت النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام ساجدا حتى ألقته عنه وأقبلت عليهم تسبهم. Till Prophet ﷺ, he remained in sujood till a person went to Fatima, told her about what happened to Prophet ﷺ. Come see what happened to your father. And she came, she removed all of these trash and she started to curse them. What happened to you guys? May Allah curse you regarding what you're doing. And Prophet ﷺ, he finished his salah and then he started to make the dua. I can't defeat you. I can't fight with you. I can't get rid of you right now, but I know who can do that. Allah Azza wa Jal. All of your difficulties, all of your afflictions, the anguishes, the hardships, you have it in life, no one can help you. Allah is the only one who can help you. This is the meaning of إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدْ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. Ya Allah, we worship you alone. And we rely on you alone. You're the only one who can help me. And all of us, we have problems in life. Let's resort to Allah as Prophet ﷺ did. And Prophet ﷺ, he made the dua against those people of Quraysh. He said, Allahumma alayka bi Quraysh. Oh Allah, take revenge on those people of Quraysh who hurt me. Allahumma alayka bi Quraysh. And then he started to name them one by one. He named like seven people amongst them. He said, Allahumma alayka bi Amr ibn Hisham, wa Utbah ibn Rabi'ah, wa Shaybah ibn Rabi'ah, wa Al-Walid ibn Utbah, wa Umayyah ibn Khalaf, wa Uqbah ibn Abi Mu'ayt, wa Umarah ibn Al-Walid. Allahumma alayka bi Amr ibn Hisham. Oh Allah, take revenge from Amr ibn Hisham, who's Abu Jahl. Wa Utbah ibn Rabi'ah, wa Shaybah ibn Rabi'ah. Take revenge on those people with name. And Al-Walid ibn Utbah, wa Uqbah ibn Abi Mu'ayt, wa Umayyah ibn Khalaf, wa Umarah ibn Al-Walid. Take revenge on every one of them. يقول ابن مسعود رضي الله عنه فوالله لقد رأيتهم صرعا يوم بدر. I saw all of them killed. And all of them died in the battle of Badr. So now, that was at the beginning of the public phase of da'wah. The secret phase of da'wah was 3 years. The beginning of the public phase after the 3 years of da'wah, so it means in the 4th year after da'wah, after prophethood. So Prophet ﷺ, he spent 10 years after that in Mecca. So he did the dua in the 4th year. And he spent 10 years in Mecca. He did the dua and the dua did not, happen, that Allah did not give it to him. Until Allah Azza wa Jal permitted Prophet ﷺ to migrate to Medina, and in the battle of Badr, Allah gave him the acceptance of his dua. It's like about 11 years old. 11 years. Allah accepted the dua of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ after 11 years. Today, if we make the dua in this night, and if it doesn't happen in the morning, no. I'm not gonna pray anymore. It doesn't work. Prayer doesn't work. Salat al-Jum'ah doesn't work. I tried my best. I read one page of the Quran, but it doesn't work. I prayed 2 rak'ah, but it doesn't work. I'm still struggling. You're not testing Allah, Habibi. It's gonna take time. It took time with the Prophet ﷺ, 11 years till the battle of Badr happened. And all of them, those people who carried these trash and put it on the back of the Prophet, all of them, they died in the battle of Badr. Just to teach you a lesson, be patient. Make the dua, it could happen after 20 years. After 30 years, after so many years, but you believe it's going to happen. It might happen and you don't see it. You don't see it. Prophet ﷺ told his fellows, the Sahaba, that you will open a Sham as a Muslim country, as a Muslim land, and you will open Persia as a Muslim land. And Prophet ﷺ, he didn't see any of that. And it happened after the death of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. That's a belief. That's the trust in Allah Azza wa Jal. You put your full trust in Allah Azza wa Jal, and Allah gives you what you want. This is one of the examples. Another example regarding the hard times Prophet ﷺ faced, that أن قريشا لما أبطأوا عن النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام, they delayed their belief. They were torturing the believers, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, hurting him, insulting him, and all of that. Prophet ﷺ قال اللهم اكفنيهم بسبع كسبع يوسف. And Prophet ﷺ did a dua again against them. And I use this dua, by the way, against those people who are killing our brothers and sisters in Gaza. اللهم عليك بهؤلاء الأعداء فإنهم لا يعجزونك. اللهم سلط عليهم سنين كسني يوسف. اللهم عليهم اللهم سلط عليهم سنين كسني يوسف. What is the Sini Yusuf? The years of famine at the time of Yusuf, at the time of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, when they were unable to find anything to eat or drink. I ask Allah to make this for those people who are killing our brothers and sisters in Gaza. And Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, he did that against those people of Mecca. قال اللهم اكفنيهم بسبع كسبع يوسف. So, oh Allah, protect me throughout sending 7 years or years of famine as you did it with Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. You know what happened? That they had something called سنة أصابتهم سنة قال حصت كل شيء حتى أكلوا العظام. They had this famine for a year or more than this, and it ate everything. They have nothing to eat. They have nothing to depend on as supplies or whatever. حتى أكلوا العظام, till they ate the bones from the hunger, from the famine. That was because of the dua of Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. وكان أحدهم ينظر إلى السماء فيرى بينه وبينها مثل الدخان. They would become so hungry, as if they look at the sky, they see, clouds. They can't see properly. They can't walk properly. Till Abu Sufyan went to Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, and he said to him, يا محمد جئت تأمر بصلة الرحم وإن قومك هلكوا فادعوا الله. You came to ordering people to connect the ties of kinship, and those people are your kinship, and they are your relatives. So ask Allah to remove this famine. And Prophet ﷺ, he asked Allah, and then they disbelieved after that. And Allah said about this, فَارْتَقِبْ يَوْمَ تَأْتِي السَّمَاءُ بِدُخَانٍ مُبِينٍ. Ibn Abbas رضي الله عنه يقول في قول الله عز وجل ولا تجهر بصلاتك ولا تخافت بها. Do not, when you pray, do not pray loudly, very loud, and do not hide your reading and make it so low. When you read, make it moderate between being loud and low. What happened? He says that was at the time of Prophet ﷺ. He used to pray in front of Al-Kaaba, and when the non-believers heard him reading Al-Quran, كانوا يسبون القرآن ويسبون من أنزل القرآن ويسبون من جاء بالقرآن. They used to insult Quran, the words of Allah. They used to insult the one who revealed the Quran, who's Allah. And they used to insult the one who came with the Quran to deliver Al Quran, the angel Jibreel and Prophet Muhammad alayhi sallam. Insulting the Prophet, insulting the Quran and this and that. In front of the Prophet alayhi sallam, hurting him. And Allah ordered him, okay, do not read loudly in front of them, so to protect the book of Allah, the words of Allah. And this is, we can have it nowadays as well. If it happens for you that you're gonna go and pray in a square or something in front of non-believers, you know that they could hurt you with words, they could insult the religion, they could insult the book of Allah. Do not do that loudly in front of them, in order not to be a reason for the religion, for the book of Allah, for the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam to be insulted. That happened to Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. Yes, that happened to him. Abu Jahl alayhi la'inullah. قال, هل يعفر محمد وجهه بين أظهركم? Muhammad is making sujood amongst you and you're looking at him? They said yes. قال واللات والعزى, by اللات and العزى, his idols. قال بل واللات والعزى لئن رأيته يفعل ذلك لأطأن على رقبته أو لأعفرن وجهه في التراب. By Lat and Uzza, he did that oath, and he said, if I see him making that sujood in front of me, I would tremble his neck and I would repulse his neck with the dust when I see him doing something like this. And when it happened that he saw Prophet ﷺ making the sujood, he went to do that, to step on the neck of the Prophet ﷺ, to stand on the neck of the Prophet ﷺ, to insult the Prophet ﷺ, to hurt the Prophet ﷺ. And when it happens that رجع فما فجأهم منه إلا وهو ينكص على عقبيه ويتقي بيديه, he returned quickly and he's removing something, just like there is an enemy or something is trying to take him and he's removing him, stay away from me. And they say, what happened? What is the matter with you? فقال إن بيني وبينه لخندقا من نار وهولا وأجنحة. When I tried to come closer to him, I found a ditch. Inside this ditch, great fire. And there were like wings, they tried to take me. قال النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام لو دنا مني لاختطفته الملائكة عضوا عضوا. If he were to come closer to me, the angels would take him and they would cut him into pieces. This is just because he tried to hurt Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. And the protection of Allah comes to Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. We also have this hadith, Urwa ibn Zubayr يقول سألت عبد الله ibn Amr ibn al-As عن أشد ما صنع المشركون برسول الله. I'm giving you examples to imagine how was the life of Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. Just to make sure that you're in the right way, and you have to continue, never give up, as Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. So he said, سألت عبد الله بن عمرو عن أشد ما صنع المشركون برسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. So what was the most hard time that Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام found or faced with those people of Quraysh, the non-believers? قال رأيت عقبة بن أبي معيط جاء إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وهو يصلي. I saw Uqba ibn Abi Mu'ayt, one of the leaders of Kuffar, came to Prophet ﷺ while he was praying. What happened? He said, فَوَضَعَ رِدَاءَهُ فِي عُنُقِهِ. He put his thawb or his scarf or his garment around the neck of the Prophet ﷺ, and he squeezed it. He tied it severely, trying to kill the Prophet ﷺ, trying to persecute the Prophet ﷺ. And Prophet ﷺ is suffering while he's praying. Can you imagine? Prophet ﷺ is facing death every moment while he's delivering the message of Islam. And today, wallahi, Islam is easy for us. And we don't pray. We delay salah. We don't come to Fajr. We don't read the Quran. We have the shuyukh. We don't stay with the shuyukh. We have the lectures. We stay away from the lectures. We have the workshops. We don't attend the workshops. And it's life. I'm occupied with the life. I don't know. It's gonna end. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر. You have been occupied with this dunya till you faced your fate and you went to al-maqabir, the graves, and you're buried. And now you figure out that I shouldn't do that. And you regret, and it's not beneficial, and it's not the good time for regretting at that moment. فجاء أبو بكر رضي الله عنه حتى دفعه عنه. Abu Bakr came quickly and he pushed them. وقال هذه الكلمة التي قالها مؤمن آل فرعون أتقتلون رجلا أن يقول ربي الله وقد جاءكم بالبينات من ربكم. You kill a man because he's calling you to say, La ilaha illallah, there is no God worthy of worship except Allah. And he brought signs, evidence, proofs to tell you about Allah, and you kill him because of that. This is Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam. This is part of so many examples that Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam faced, and it happened to Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. We have to be patient. We have to be strong. We have to find in this life to get rid of shayateen and get rid of our enemies and to succeed in the exam, the greatest exam of this life. فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةِ فَقَدْ فَازَ. The real winner is the one who will go to Jannah, the one who will avoid the hellfire and be protected from the hellfire, not the one who has the money, the one who has wealth, the one who has authority. All of these things comes and goes. But at the end, the good deed is what will protect you. And you will see it in the day of judgment when you taste Jannah. You forget about all of the hardships that you had in life. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يرزقنا الجنة وأن يعيذنا من النار. اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل وأعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل. اللهم اهدنا واهد بنا واجعلنا سببا لمن اهتدى واجعلنا هداة مهتدين. اللهم يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك ويا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. اللهم خذ بنواصينا إليك أخذ الكرام عليك. اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. اللهم أنجي إخواننا المستضعفين في فلسطين. اللهم ثبت أقدامهم. اللهم ارفع عنهم الجوع والفقر وارفع عنهم التقتيل يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارفع عنهم الحصار والبلاء. اللهم رد كيد أعدائهم في نحورهم. اللهم إنا نجعلك في نحور هؤلاء الأعداء ونعوذ بك من شرورهم. اللهم اجعلها عليهم سنين كسني يوسف. اللهم أحصهم عددا وقتلهم بددا ولا تبق منهم أحدا. ربنا إننا مغلوبون فانتصر. اللهم منزل الكتاب مجري السحاب هازم الأحزاب انصرنا عليهم وهزمهم وردنا إلى دينك مردا جميلا. اللهم اجمع شملنا ووحد صفنا وارفع رايتنا ووحد كلمتنا في سوريا وفي السودان وفي كل مكان يا رب العالمين. واحقن دماء المسلمين في كل مكان واحفظ أعراضهم. اللهم احفظ أعراضهم وذراريهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا توبة ترضيك عنا. وصل اللهم بارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وجزاكم الله خيرا.